Good morning, Shadow Bacon. Shadow Beggar. Shady Boxers. Do I have your full attention? Right, I thought I was done addressing bacons on this corner of YouTube. See that cat there? Harder than you'll ever be. See you, bigger pussy than that cat will ever be. Now, normally I've got a love for the Irish. My dad was Irish. Long live the Irish. I've got Irish blood. But you, sir, would give anyone a bad name. Where to start with you? You tatty picking, knicker sniffing, floor flushing, benefit scrounging, barrel scraping, donation begging, wet wipe, right? Simple as. And much, much worse, by the way. Anybody who's interested or curious about the Shadow Bacon, all we need to do is type his name in Google. Paul Flaherty, Flaherty from Dublin. It's all there. Now, say what you want about me. You know, I was accused of something online once of a sexual nature. Within a couple of days, the entirety of my criminal history was up there. No offences, arrests or charges of a sexual nature. No, that's not quite the case with you, is it? You know, you've been arrested for a string of sexual offences. You're a convicted sex offender. Plain and simple. And what I was rather disgusted by was your community post the other day trying to say that the jury was paid off, the judge was biased, and this poor victim was into BDSM, which is like some kind of bondage thing with a husband. Well, listen, mate, in case you weren't aware, you know, whatever that woman was comfortable doing with her husband does not directly correlate to meeting you on a first date. Plain and simple. Doesn't matter what she's done. It doesn't matter what she's said, right? No means no. It's as simple as that. That's why you were given 5 years in prison, right? They don't give out 5 years for nothing. I'll tell you what was funny. Watching your little brain ticking, doing the maths. You get 60% off the sponsor, so you get working it out. You can't do numbers, mate. Let's talk numbers, right? 1.6% of sexual offences lead to a conviction. So for every 1,000 arrests, there's 16 convictions, right? 1.6 is rather low because usually there's a lack of evidence. Now, that wasn't quite the case with you, was it? There was an abundance of evidence, mate, which is the very reason you received 5 years in prison for brutally sexually attacking some poor woman in your mum and dad's house, right? Now, I get ticked up at hand. I get ticked up at hand up here. He's a broke man, right? Listen, whatever I am. Let's put it this way. Let's just say the BKFC are paying me 50 pence per fight. That's 50 pence more than they are ever going to pay you. Because the BKFC do not employ or endorse convicted sex offenders, okay? Okay. As long as I've got a hole in my hoop, you will never fight for the BKFC. Plain and simple. Stop trying to con people into thinking that you're getting a contract when you're not. They simply will not look at you, mate. Trust me. Now, the same reason you're unemployed, because you are unemployable. Who wants a convicted sex offender on their books? No one. That's who. Plain and simple. Now, have you ever given this poor woman a second thought? How do you think she feels if she looks on YouTube and sees you parading about, begging for the public's money, proclaiming your innocence? Mate, you're a beggar, a broke beggar. You call me broke? Well, listen, whatever I am. But listen, you live with your mum and dad. Well, you did until they disowned you for being a rapist. Plain and simple. You lost your appeal and you got bombed off by your own people. Plain and simple, mate. You're a convicted sex offender. I don't really see you as anything else. You know, like, if you go out and win a Nobel Peace Prize, you will still be a bacon first, right? Plain and simple. Now, let's move on to your fighting, okay? You have never had a coach. You've never boxed around in your life. You're punching patterns. because you've probably trained yourself in a mirror. You are horrendously bad at throwing punches. Now, your next opponent, Andy Goy, who you've selected. Now, God bless Andy Goy, but Andy Goy is like borderline disabled. God bless him. He's 2 lanes short of a motorway. He's not the full chava. He's a manic depressant. He's in a very poor mental headspace, But I still think it's a 50-50 fight between you and him. We don't know what Andy Goy is like taking 2 punches because it's only ever taken 1. He's never won a round in his life, God bless him. Never mind a fight. Now, if you have any kind of problem with anything I've said, my postcode is CA24QJ. I'm very easy to find. I live on Sewell Road. And if I have to hit you twice, sir, God help you. Now, I think that's about wrapped up with everything I've got to say. I feel this alleviates the need to say anything else. So this will probably keep you in content for the next God knows how long. You crack on, crackpot, right? Paul Flaherty, ladies and gentlemen. Flaherty. Google this bacon and read all about it. All right? See you later, Shadow. Have a nice day, dossing on the couch, you scrounging meth.